IG says, hang on. We're telling more followers to join your video. So that's what I'm doing. In the meantime, it's Miracle Monday! Hello, good people. And thank you for stopping to smell the flowers and for joining me, Rae Lashea, with my featured guest today, Gabriella. I'm not sure if she wants me to say her last name. She's kind of funny like that. She's amazing, so hopefully she'll join us shortly. In the meantime, I would like to read this week's reflective phrase. And I love this week's phrase because it's my birthday week. Wednesday, July 1st is my birthday. I am turning 30 fine. You can figure out the fine part if you want. And I'm super excited to be joined today by my Cancerian sister, Gabriella, who also shares a birthday 1 week after mine. So, today's reflection, this week's reflection, meditative, imaginative, reflective, allowing a considerable look and examination, sight. Miracles. Meditative, imaginative, reflective, allowing a considerable look and examination, sight. Super excited about this week's reflection and urging you to check it out. Go to www.lessproblemsmoremiracles.com. lessproblemsmoremiracles.com. You can do your own copy and you can put your email address so that you can get your free Miracle Makers Roadmap. We have been joined by the lovely, the wonderful, the beautiful, the indispensable Gabriella!
Hey, so good to see you, Rae.
Lovely to see you. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
What are you doing? I'm checking out that board. Is that vision board behind you?
Wait, say it. Oh, my vision board, yes.
You look fantastic, and so does the vision board. And I was just glancing at it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, everyone should do their vision board. I also have a way to, I have a video that explains the feng shui of your vision board and what the metaphysics are of where you put certain things. It's really exciting.
Where do you have that posted?
I have it posted in my Miracle Makers Facebook group, but I will add it. I'll send it to you direct because you know me, but I'll add it to some other forms of media for other people to see. What have you been up to?
I've been good. I got my hair trimmed today. Hey girl, Chinesha, what's up?
Yes, and Dimples got on too. Hey, hello everybody. Thanks for joining us. And just shout out to Chinesha, who is running for an office position.
Yes, voting just happened. Yes.
Awesome.
Chinesha just remain, whatever comes of that. Chinesha can, hey girl, you feel free to chime in, Chinesha, but Chinesha remains active in the community. So in multiple ways. And Chinesha has begun a initiative called Diasporic Dollar, and that's there's an Instagram for that to support and uplift Black-owned businesses. So feel free to put it in the comments if you like.
Wonderful, thank you. And yeah, so and we're some of your head is being cut off. So if you can make sure that we can see your beautifulness. Okay, excellent. So tell me what you have been up to, what you're up to, what's going on in Gabriella's world.
Let's see. Well, I teach full time, along with, you know, the henna work that I do part-time. And so I'm officially on summer vacation.
In a nutshell. Okay, let me back it up and add some details there. So Gabriella and I met in about 2005 with the New York City Teaching Fellows. And
we met earlier. We met around 0203.
Right. Oh my goodness, because we
Because
finished in 2005.
I left that school in '06. We definitely met before.
Okay, so right, thank you. So we met in 2003 for teaching fellows. Oh, the girls are popping. They are. Doesn't she look gorgeous? And then we taught at the same school together. We taught students with special needs at the same school together. We went through our masters together at Brooklyn College. And
Full time in the day, and what's up, Dimples? And we weren't we taking on a full course load as well in the night?
yes,
We were in an
we were.
accelerated program. That was crazy making, but we did it.
We did it. We zoomed across Brooklyn in the snow, attempted to find parking at Brooklyn College.
Yes.
I mean, I remember we were leaving. Go ahead.
East New York.
Right. And we were leaving Brooklyn College in the night. It was dark and cold. And we would go home and wake up for 6 or 7 in the morning, do it all again, be at work for 8:20 and stay there with students with special needs. And we were doing our master's program. We did it in two years.
Yes, we did.
So obviously we're super women. Okay, let's get that out there. And then Gabriella has had 2 children between then and now. Do you want to talk about motherhood at all?
And they just ran off. What would you like to know about motherhood? It's real. It's beautiful. And I currently have a preteen and a teenager. Thank you, Chinesha. We are going ahead. We better go.
Yeah. So preteen and a teen.
So that means we've known each other I can get back to motherhood, but we've known each other for almost 20 years.
Yeah. 17 years. Yeah. And it's been a lovely friendship. I consider you one of my closest friends.
Same. Sure has been.
And let me see. And then in the process of that, so you've always done calligraphy. You have perfected that over the years, and you have gone into henna.
Thank you. Actually, I was dabbling and doing henna way before calligraphy, because it's
really okay.
Yes, I mean
talk about it.
It's part of my Eritrean culture, so henna was always around. I was always playing with the powder and making paste and lacing up my older sisters and my mother and anyone who would, just, throw their hand out across the table and let me. So that's been a lifelong endeavor and love. And it's
part of your culture. It's part of who you are innately.
Yes, and I love to share with folks that henna is an Eritrean. It's an African art, very much an African art.
Which most people think of it as Indian. Is that right?
Yes. I mean, it's a, henna is a shared practice and plant, and it grows in India as well. But yes, it's mostly known as an Indian art form, but it's very much an African one as well.
Okay. And then you dabble in another plant-based ink called hagwa. Do you want to explain that to people and talk about that? Or?
Hagwa, I have incorporated. So hagwa is not part of Eritrean culture, but it's something. It's a plant as well I use. It's turned into a gel, and it is part of different countries in South America, different cultures, and I incorporated it actually because of the kinds of events that I've worked on. Hagwa stains faster, is long lasting. And so, henna, hagwa is also quite ritualistic, but, certainly henna is. And there is very much a ritual with laying it on the skin and being still. And so if I'm working a party, which I can, do henna parties as well, and I have, hagwa, it stains faster. So it's been handy. It's come in handy.
Okay.
And I like just, having, a broader range of offerings. So I use both.
So Gabriella is Brooklyn based, and she does do henna and hagwa designs at clubs sometimes and at private parties. And she is available
I
for
am.
services.
This time has posed a bit of a challenge. I'm actually really looking forward to really leaning into my art and practicing this summer now that I've got some time, and also just stirring with those ideas. Because I've been really busy during the from March until Friday.
Right.
So now is my time to be still and think about the kind of work I want to do and the kind of joy I want to cultivate, although that's something we should all be thinking about. But I just feel like I have more time to focus on those things outside of work now.
Yeah, that's excellent. And we should always be, people think that they have to stay stuck in whatever they started 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or whatever their parents have, outlined for them. And what I love about how we operate is we're willing to not only be those structural positions of mother, daughter, wife, or whatever it is, teacher, but we're also say, I'm also creative, and I write, and I do henna, and I am a doula. Talk about that.
Yeah, I'm all sorts of things, and so are you. I became, and this is a story that I've shared with many mothers. Mothers have shared this story with me too. This ever-growing passion for reproductive justice, especially when you are, in the throes of mothering, and there's sort of that experience had wakened me up to the disparities and everything we're speaking about in terms of issues with justice and inequities. It starts in reproduction, and so
Yes.
And so I became very passionate about reproductive justice, and then several years ago, I devoted myself to becoming a doula, and so that is also work that I do. Again, it's all a balancing act, and that's also something I'll continue to do for the rest of my life. As time and space allows.
So being in the throes of pregnancy, realizing how important it is for the mother and the unborn child to have access and resources to everything, not even everything good, but everything better than what we're normally used to, because that is this time of germination and reproduction, and realizing how inequitable it is for Black and brown people.
The statistics are crazy. And it really, the mortality rate with the maternal mortality rate is 3 to 4 times greater than white mothers. And that is along class and socioeconomic lines. Simply based on being Black, you're 3 to 4 more times likely to die. And some of the statistics state by state mirror times in slavery. It is crazy. It's crazy.
And there's no good reason for that. Am I right?
No good reason. Just white supremacist bullshit that pervades all things, sadly.
What kind of services do you provide to women and or children by being a doula?
So it involves several prenatal visits, as per typically 3 or 4, but things can be flexible depending on the birthing person's needs. And as we draw nearer, that could also mean round the clock contact as needed. I'm there just to walk side by side with the birthing family. And then we decide on whether or not we are to meet at birthing center, hospital, home, and I'm again there to support the family throughout the laboring and birthing process.
And just as a brief definition or a summary, what is a doula?
A doula is there to provide emotional, educational support through the birthing process.
And I think African American communities need that the most, yet they are the least likely to even know about doulas and doula services, and then often feel like they can't afford it. Can you speak to that?
I can speak to a resource locally that an organization that I'm paired up with in Brooklyn, and that could be a nice starting point. And if there's someone here that is not local that could use that information, maybe you can reach out to them and they could have further resources. Or, you know, you can also send me a direct message here on Henna Get a What, and I'm happy, you know, to direct someone in a way that is helpful. But I am linked with Ancient Song Doula Services, and so that is a reproductive justice organization, and they provide sliding scale services. So money shouldn't be a barrier to quality care. That is our belief.
That's awesome. And that I wish there was sliding scale services for everything in the world.
Yeah.
Actually, that's my second wish. The first wish is that there would be no need for sliding scale services because we're all equally compensated for what we offer, no matter what that is, and so therefore we can then pay for what we need. Then there's no need for sliding scale.
Yeah. Right on.
Okay. So let's see. We've talked about motherhood. We've talked about being a doula. We've talked about your henna. We talked about being a teacher. Is there anything else you want to share with the good people out there?
I mean, what do I want to share? I'm also saying that I am not doing money at this time necessarily, but that is also an art form that I feel really passionate about and love.
Which is what?
Calligraphy.
Oh, the calligraphy. Yes. So what would you normally do calligraphy on or for, or who would normally be your customers?
I just, who are my customers? It's actually, again, not something that I'm not pursuing money. That is just, I'm just sharing with you that's an art form that I'm really passionate about. I seem to be drawn to the ancient arts. It's like,
Right.
what else should I share? I'm actually thinking about, you know that I make potions and creams and things of that nature.
So I was just getting ready to say, wait a second, we have your natural shea butters and
oil. And I made I paired my cream with hand sanitizer with a blend, like it with oils and oils and nourishing oils for the skin, and I had there were a couple of people who had birthdays, so I ended up gifting that to them. I made it like a get your quarantine life gift set, and that's something I'm thinking about sharing more widely.
That is a big need, huge need right now, the hand sanitizers, and then coupled with whatever it is you put into it. I know that's going to be much better for the skin than anything I'm using. I actually have had the pleasure of using some of Henna Get a What and Gabriella, concoctions, and she uses,
I said thank you, yeah.
Oh yeah, she uses the best. I know you use the best products available with the jojoba oil and the almond oil and the shea butters, like not just your regular commercial stuff, but the good stuff.
Yeah, I'm always seeking. Everything I make is small batch, and I seek to buy from cooperatives, from Black and brown folks when possible. I'm buying stuff locally. I'm going to the shops. Even the jars I'm buying locally. Maybe love, and I when I moved to make it.
And the jars are reusable. They're very planet friendly, environment friendly.
Thank you. Yes, they are reusable. And Dimples, thank you so much. Dimples just chimed in and says she loves it. Oh, Dimples, have you ever used it in your hair? Appreciate your good words, Dimples. Yeah, I use it for my hair and skin, and I also use it as a sealant for henna, hagwa. Just, it's good stuff.
Yeah, it is good. And it's, I don't put a lot of things on my face, but I will use your shea butters on my face. I have used it, applied it to the henna that you've done for me, and it's made it stay longer. And I mean, it's awesome for the skin. And then, of course, you add the essential oils of tea tree and lavender and the different ones. So it's an excellent line. Tell people where they can get it if they want to order.
You know, you can hit me up in the DM, Henna get a what. I can definitely we can talk. Yeah, thank you.
Say it again one time. Yeah, your volume was down a little. Say it again.
They can, reach out to me. Anyone can reach out to me via Henna get a what.
Henna get a what?
Yes, and Dimple and makes the curls look luscious and well moisturized. Awesome. It does the same for me. So happy to hear that, Dimples.
That is awesome. So we are a few minutes. Oh, she uses it on her lips as well. And you know it's good stuff. You can take it in.
I'm sourcing the very best stuff. I care deeply about my people, and I'm gonna use stuff that I on my own children. That's how I feel about the products I make.
That's awesome. And I think if more people were more human conscious, as you are, we would have a better world.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
So I came from the post office right before this. I sent out your copy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for ordering. And actually, your cousin in Italy has ordered You Are a Star.
Awesome.
For her 2 boys.
Yes. All right. So you're shipping that to Bologna today?
To Bologna, yes. It's hitting the European continent. It's already on the African continent, but it has to hit Italy. Only thing, and she said she wants to have it in her son's library, which I warmed my heart. But we're dealing with international shipping now, and they're halting it or slowing it down for COVID. So I have to find the best way to get it to her, which is why it's still with me and not on some airplane. But people, you can go ahead.
Can you speak about both those books? I love You Are a Star. My children grew up with that book on their bookshelves, and now I'm excited to have my new sneak peek. Thank you for PD.
Wait, you're breaking up, and I think you're moving too much. Hold on. Okay.
Let me stay still. Well, I'd like to hear more.
So You Are a Star, we know, is a children's book. It is what I now call anti-racist, since that is a new hashtag for books. But it empowers, inspires, informs, educates children, all children, but it is designed for children of color, letting them know you are a star. That's what you are, made up of elements both near and far. And it continues as a poem story that just explains to them that what is inside them is also what's in the universe, and that they can do, be, and have anything that they put their mind to. And that can be found at lessproblemsmoremiracles.com. I have added that to my new website, lessproblemsmoremiracles.com. And then the 52 Weeks of Miracles is the Miracle Maker journal that just takes the word miracles, creates 52 acronyms, never using the same word twice, for reflective phrases to meditate on weekly and figure out how to go deeper within oneself so that they know, so people can know how that they fit into the universe, figure out their purpose in life, and really use the laws of universal source to attract the things that they want and design the life that they want to live. So, and there's a course that goes along with it now. It is on my website, lessproblemsmoremiracles.com. They can sign up. There's recorded videos and also live events with me to work through those things. So that's what's happening on my side. I want to give a shout out to the guest that I had last week, Mafan, who we spoke about her new company, Agafa, A Greater America for All. And I got my mug I ordered, and I'm drinking my beverage. I'm not going to tell you what my beverage is.
Well, I've got my mug too.
Ah! Cheers!
Teacher.
And so that concludes us. One more time, let the people know where they can find you, where they can order stuff, where they can hit you up, and any closing words. I don't have any sound.
What?
Okay, start over, please.
Oh, boy. Yeah, you can find me.
Henna, get a what? I do not know what has happened to your sound over there.
Hit me up at Henna Get a What. Here on IG.
Okay, they're on IG. Henna Get a What. Thank you, everybody, for joining our Miracle Mondays interview. And until next week,